Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the chapter of American numismatic history with a coin that might be sitting in your collection and yet carries a story far richer than its modest size suggests. We're talking about the 1980 US. One dime, a coin that, while it might look like any other dime at first glance, holds secrets of innovation, rare errors, and a legacy that continues to captivate collectors even decades later. The 1980 dime emerged at a time when the U.S. Mint was modernizing its production techniques without sacrificing the classic design that has graced American coinage for generations. Featuring President Roosevelt's distinguished profile on the obverse and the iconic torch flanked by oak and olive branches on the reverse, this coin stayed true to a design that has become almost synonymous with American heritage. Yet, 1980 marked a turning point, a year when subtle changes in minting processes began to leave their imprint on our everyday coins. It was an era when experimentation occasionally yielded mistakes that, in hindsight, turned these coins into highly sought-after treasures for collectors who appreciate that perfect blend of history and rarity. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1980 dime is its potential for error variance. In the vast production run of dimes, a handful of specimens ended up with a distinctive double die error, a rare occurrence where the design appears to be doubled, creating a slight but noticeable misalignment on the date or lettering. These errors, while seemingly minor, have elevated a few of these coins into coveted items. It's almost as if the mint's attempt at perfection inadvertently produced a unique piece of art, catching the eye of collectors who know that even a small irregularity can transform an ordinary coin into a prized collectible. It's this blend of consistent design and rare misprints that gives the 1980 dime its unique allure. In today's market, condition is everything when it comes to coins like these. A well-preserved, mint-state 1980 dime can fetch significantly higher prices compared to its circulated counterparts. For instance, standard circulated examples might typically trade in the $50 to $100 range. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, especially one that sports a double die error, the price tag can jump dramatically, sometimes reaching several $100s and, in exceptional cases, even approaching the low thousands at auction. I remember hearing about one particularly striking specimen with a clear, unmistakable error that went under the hammer for nearly $3,500, a testament to how a minor minting hiccup can create a major buzz among collectors. There's also a human side to these coins that adds another layer of fascination. I recently came across a story about a seasoned collector who, during a routine sort through his collection, discovered a 1980 dime with an unusual misstrike. At first glance, it appeared to be just another piece of circulated currency. But upon closer examination, experts recognized it as one of the rare misaligned series from that year, a hidden gem that transformed an otherwise ordinary find into the centerpiece of his collection. Stories like these underscore that every coin carries not just historical value, but also personal significance, reminding us that sometimes the most unassuming items hold the most extraordinary surprises. When you examine the 1980 dime closely, every detail counts. The sharpness of Roosevelt's profile, the precise engraving on the torch, and the delicate balance of the oak and olive branches all speak to the mint's commitment to excellence. Yet, it's the few coins that deviate ever so slightly from the norm that have turned heads in the collector's world. These error coins illustrate how even a slight deviation from perfection can result in something truly unique. Meanwhile, coins that have been well preserved over the years continue to shine, boasting crisp details that collectors cherish. On the flip side, coins that have seen a lot of handling might lose some of that original luster, and while they're still part of the 1980 legacy, their market value reflects the wear and tear of everyday circulation. So, as we kick off our journey through these valuable rare coins, the 1980 US, one dime stands out as much more than just a piece of currency. It's a small yet mighty testament to an era of change, precision, and the occasional happy accident that can transform a standard minting process into something historically significant. Whether you're an experienced collector or someone who cherishes a piece of nostalgic history tucked away in a drawer, the story of this dime is a reminder that every coin has its own unique tale waiting to be discovered. Stick around as we continue to explore more coins with equally compelling stories, each one a piece of a larger, ever-fascinating puzzle of American numismatics. Now, let's travel back in time to 1970, a year that brought its own flavor to the U.S. One dime story. The 1970 dime is a fascinating snapshot of an era where tradition met the beginnings of modern minting processes. And while it carries the familiar face of Roosevelt and the iconic torch, it also tells a tale of evolution and occasional surprises in production. In 1970, the U.S. Mint was well into its commitment to preserving classic designs while experimenting with new production techniques. This dime reflects that balance beautifully. On the obverse, you still see Roosevelt's dignified profile, a symbol of enduring American spirit, while the reverse boasts the time-honored depiction of the torch flanked by olive and oak branches. Even though the design remained largely unchanged from previous years, the mint was testing the limits of efficiency and precision, which sometimes led to those rare minting quirks that today make the coin a prized find. Collectors have noted that a handful of 1970 dimes exhibit subtle minting anomalies. For instance, some specimens show a slight off-center strike or a faint doubling in certain areas of the design. These quirks might seem trivial, but in the nuanced world of coin collecting, even the smallest deviation can signal a rare variant. It's like finding a brushstroke that tells a secret story about the minting process, a reminder that even high-speed, modernized production isn't immune to a little imperfection. For seasoned collectors, these unique markings can add significant allure, transforming a common issue into an extraordinary collectible. The market value of the 1970 dime largely depends on its condition and the presence of any minting anomalies. A circulated coin without any noticeable errors typically ranges between $20 and $40, making it a charming piece of everyday history. However, if you're lucky enough to find a 1970 dime in uncirculated, mint state condition, with that subtle misalignment or doubling error, the price can jump quite impressively. There have been instances where these rare error coins have fetched upwards of $300 at auction, as buyers are drawn not only to the coin's historical significance, but also to the rarity that comes from a tiny production hiccup. This kind of price variation highlights the importance of careful preservation and expert grading in the world of coin collecting. I remember hearing a story from a veteran collector who spent years meticulously cataloging his dime collection. One day, while sorting through a box of seemingly ordinary coins, he came across a 1970 dime that immediately caught his eye due to its unusual strike. At first, it looked like just another dime from a mass production line, but a closer inspection revealed a subtle yet distinct doubling of the inscription around the torch. After getting it authenticated by a trusted expert, he discovered that his coin was one of those rare error variants that collectors dream about. That unexpected find not only added significant monetary value to his collection, but also served as a delightful reminder of how history can be hiding in plain sight. The craftsmanship of the 1970 dime is a testament to the U.S. Mint's dedication to quality, even as they ramped up production. When you examine a well-preserved 1970 dime, you can still see the crisp detailing of Roosevelt's profile and the intricate lines that form the torch and branches. It's these details that make the coin both a piece of art and a historical artifact. On the other hand, coins that have seen the wear of circulation often tell their own story through faded details and slight scratches, a narrative of everyday use that, while lowering the coin's auction value, still holds sentimental worth for many collectors. What's especially captivating about the 1970 dime is the blend of reliability and surprise. For many collectors, the year 1970 is a reminder that even in a period of mass production, there is always room for a little unexpected beauty. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist who appreciates the technical precision and occasional error, or someone who values the coin for its nostalgic connection to the past, this dime offers a rich and engaging story. Its subtle quirks and enduring design invite a closer look, a reward for anyone who takes the time to examine it under a magnifying glass. In essence, the 1970 U.S. one dime is more than just currency. It's a small but potent piece of American history. It captures an era of transformation in minting technology while preserving the classic design that has defined American coinage for generations. As you handle one of these dimes, whether it's a flawless mint state specimen or a well-worn piece with an intriguing misstrike, you're holding a tangible connection to a moment in time, a reminder that even in the smallest details, history speaks volumes. Continuing our journey through these fascinating coins, let's shift our focus to another gem that has its own unique story, the 1988 US. One dime. Much like its 1980 predecessor, this coin carries the enduring legacy of Roosevelt's profile, but 1988 brought with it a fresh chapter in minting history. During this period, the U.S. Mint was refining its techniques with modern machinery while still honoring the classic design that collectors know and love. The 1988 dime emerged as part of a robust production era where precision was key, yet the occasional minting anomaly still managed to surface, turning an otherwise ordinary piece of currency into a rare find. In the late 80s, efficiency and innovation were at the heart of the mint's operations. The 1988 dime was produced at several facilities, including Philadelphia and Denver, and even saw a few coins struck at the San Francisco facility. Although the design remained consistent, Roosevelt's dignified profile on the obverse and the emblematic torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse, the process of mass production sometimes yielded subtle quirks. Some collectors have noted a slight doubling of the date or lettering on a handful of these coins. This double die error isn't as widely publicized as some of the more famous error coins, but it certainly adds an element of excitement for those with a keen eye for detail. When you hold a 1988 dime, the first thing you notice is the crispness of the design. The engraving of Roosevelt's features is exceptionally sharp, and the details on the torch and branches reflect the mint's commitment to quality craftsmanship. However, for those coins that bear the double die error, there's an almost magical twist. A closer inspection reveals that the normally singular impressions of the date or inscriptions are faintly duplicated, a small deviation that, in the world of coin collecting, translates into a significant increase in rarity and desirability. It's a reminder that even in an age of technological precision, a tiny hiccup in the process can create something truly unique. Market values for the 1988 dime vary widely based on condition and the presence of these errors. A standard, circulated 1988 dime might typically fetch somewhere between $20 and $40 at a local coin shop. However, when you're looking at specimens in pristine mint condition, especially those that showcase a clear double die error, the price can escalate dramatically. In recent auctions, error specimens in uncirculated condition have been known to command prices in the $400 to $600 range, and in some exceptional cases, even higher. One memorable auction saw a beautifully preserved 1988 dime with that elusive doubling error sell for nearly $650, sparking a flurry of interest among seasoned collectors. It's these market dynamics that underscore how a seemingly minor minting variant can hold considerable value. There's also an intriguing human element to the story of the 1988 dime. I recall a conversation with a longtime collector who spent years meticulously sorting through his collection, never expecting to stumble upon a rare find. One day, while carefully examining his assortment of dimes, he noticed that one 1988 specimen had a subtle misalignment that set it apart from the rest. After consulting with experts, he learned that his coin was indeed an error variant, a hidden treasure that transformed his otherwise routine collection into a showcase piece. These kinds of discoveries not only highlight the unpredictability of coin collecting, but also serve as a reminder that every coin carries the potential for a remarkable story. As you handle a 1988 dime, you can almost feel the blend of precision and serendipity in its design. The fine lines and sharp edges speak to an era of technological advancements, while the occasional error adds a human touch, a reminder that even machines are not infallible. For collectors, the condition of the coin is paramount. A coin in mint state, with a mirror-like finish and unblemished details, is a far cry from one that has been in everyday circulation. These condition-based differences can lead to significant variations in value. A well-preserved error coin might become the crown jewel of a collection, while a more worn example, despite its historical importance, might simply be a nostalgic reminder of the past. In essence, the 1988 US. One dime is a compelling blend of modern minting expertise and the unexpected quirks that make coin collecting such an engaging hobby. Its story is one of precision meeting the unpredictable, resulting in a piece of currency that not only represents an important era in American minting history, but also serves as a testament to the enduring allure of rare errors. Whether you're a seasoned collector who understands the value of these subtle details, or someone who appreciates the rich tapestry of history in everyday objects, the 1988 dime is a coin that invites closer inspection. Up next, we'll dive into another remarkable chapter of U.S. one dime history. But for now, let the tale of the 1988 dime remind you that every coin holds a unique narrative waiting to be uncovered. Now, let's shift our focus to the 1975 U.S. one dime, a coin that may seem modest at first glance, but carries a rich narrative woven into its very metal. Minted during a time when the country was evolving economically and technologically, the 1975 dime stands as a quiet testament to an era of transition in American coin production. The design remains faithful to tradition, featuring Roosevelt's dignified profile on the obverse and the time-honored torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. Yet, beneath this classic exterior, there are layers of history and a few intriguing quirks that make this coin especially fascinating for collectors. In 1975, the U.S. Mint was in the midst of balancing large-scale production demands with the enduring need for quality and artistic integrity. While millions of dimes rolled off the presses that year, the sheer volume meant that occasional minting anomalies slipped through. Among these, some specimens exhibit a subtle misstrike error that has caught the eye of seasoned numismatists. Imagine holding a coin where, upon a close inspection, you notice a slight doubling of design elements, perhaps a faint echo of Roosevelt's features or a delicate duplication in the inscription. It's these nuances, often missed by the casual observer, that transform an everyday dime into a coveted piece of history. For many collectors, the thrill lies in uncovering these rare imperfections. A standard 1975 dime in circulated condition might only hold modest value, typically fetching somewhere between $30 and $60. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in near-perfect, mint-state condition, especially one that bears the signature misstrike error, its worth can soar. There have been cases where error variants of the 1975 dime have been auctioned for over $500, a striking reminder that even minor deviations in a coin's production can lead to major increases in value. These price variations underscore the importance of condition. Coins preserved in pristine condition not only retain their historical allure, but can also serve as solid investments. One of the aspects that makes the 1975 dime so captivating is its understated elegance. When you examine the coin up close, you're struck by the precision of the engravings. Roosevelt's profile, with its intricate details, stands as a symbol of leadership and perseverance, while the reverse design, with its harmonious balance of the torch and branches, speaks to the enduring spirit of the nation. It's as if each coin encapsulates a moment in time when tradition met modernity, and the imperfections that arose only added to its character. This delicate interplay between flawless design and the occasional minting hiccup is what endears the 1975 dime to collectors who appreciate both its aesthetic and historical significance. I recall a story from a fellow collector who discovered a 1975 dime tucked away in an old coin album. At first, it appeared to be just another piece among many, but a closer look revealed a subtle doubling effect on the date, a misstrike that transformed an ordinary coin into an extraordinary find. After having it authenticated, the coin quickly became the centerpiece of his collection. This isn't an isolated incident. Time and again, collectors recount similar tales of unexpected discoveries that breathe new life into their collections. These stories serve as a vivid reminder that every coin, no matter how common it might seem, has the potential to tell a unique story if you know what to look for. The technical side of the 1975 dime is just as compelling as its narrative. The coin's design showcases the U.S. Mint's commitment to excellence even in an era dominated by mass production. The meticulous details, from the finely chiseled lines on Roosevelt's face to the balanced, symmetrical depiction of the torch and branches, reflect an artistry that has stood the test of time. And yet, It's precisely this high standard of production that makes any deviation, such as the misstrike error, so intriguing. It's a reminder that even the most advanced machinery can produce a rare gem, a moment where perfection slips and creates an anomaly that collectors cherish. Of course, not every 1975 dime will be a game changer in your collection. The market is very much driven by condition. A coin that has been well cared for, maintaining its crisp details and luster, can command a premium compared to one that has been heavily circulated and shows signs of wear. This condition-based value variation means that preserving these coins isn't just about maintaining a piece of history. It's also a savvy way to protect a potential investment. Whether it's a pristine specimen with an unusual error or a gently worn coin that still carries the legacy of its era, the 1975 dime offers something special for every collector. In the end, the 1975 US. One dime is much more than just a piece of everyday currency. It's a snapshot of a dynamic period in American history, a blend of art and industry, and a reminder that even the smallest details can hold immense value. For anyone passionate about coin collecting, this dime is a perfect example of how history, artistry, and a bit of serendipity come together to create a treasure trove of stories waiting to be uncovered. Whether you're meticulously scanning your collection for that elusive misstrike or simply admiring the enduring beauty of Roosevelt's profile, the 1975 dime invites you to look a little closer and appreciate the unexpected wonders that lie in every piece of our monetary past. Now, as we bring our journey through these fascinating coins to a close, let's shine the spotlight on the 1996 US. One dime. A coin that might seem like an everyday piece of currency at first glance, but carries its own unique blend of tradition and modern minting innovation. Minted during an era when technological advancements were rapidly reshaping production techniques, the 1996 dime continues to captivate collectors with both its classic design and the occasional minting anomaly that turns it into a rare find. This coin proudly displays the time-honored image of President Roosevelt on the obverse, a design that has graced American coinage for generations. On the reverse, you see the iconic torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, a design that not only symbolizes American heritage, but also reflects the continuity of tradition even as production methods evolved. In 1996, the U.S. Mint was fully embracing digital technology and automated systems, ensuring efficiency and consistency. Yet, as is often the case with large-scale production, a few surprises slipped through the cracks. It's these subtle imperfections, a slight misstrike here, a barely noticeable doubling of a mint mark there, that have turned some 1996 dimes into prized collectibles among the discerning few. What's truly compelling about the 1996 dime is how it represents the delicate balance between tradition and innovation. Despite the push for precision, the human element still managed to leave its mark. A handful of these coins exhibit minute errors, variations so slight that only a trained eye might catch them. I recall a story of a longtime collector who, while reviewing his collection one afternoon, noticed that one 1996 dime had an almost imperceptible doubling in the lettering. After a bit of research and consultation with experts, he confirmed that this anomaly was indeed a mint error. That single coin, once just another piece of change, quickly became the crown jewel of his collection. It's these moments of serendipity that make coin collecting so endlessly fascinating. In terms of market value, the 1996 dime offers a wide spectrum based on condition and rarity. A standard, circulated 1996 dime is quite common, typically valued around $10 to $20, perfect for everyday transactions and a nostalgic nod to the past. However, if you happen to come across one in pristine, mint state condition, the value can climb noticeably. Error variants, in particular, are in a league of their own. There have been auction records where a 1996 dime with a rare doubling error or another subtle misstrike has fetched anywhere from $100 to even higher sums, depending on the clarity and desirability of the anomaly. These figures highlight how even a seemingly ordinary coin can transform into a sought-after collectible with just a small twist of fate during the minting process. Beyond the numbers and technical details, the 1996 US. One dime has its own captivating narrative. Imagine flipping through a box of coins and discovering one that seems slightly off, the perfect blend of high-tech production and an unexpected error. For many collectors, this is the thrill of the hunt. Each coin holds the potential for a hidden story, a flash of historical significance that might just elevate its worth. I once spoke with a collector who shared how, after decades of sifting through his assortment, he found a 1996 dime with a minor but distinct error that most people would overlook. That discovery not only boosted the monetary value of his collection, but also reignited his passion for hunting down those subtle, rare details that tell a story of their own. The craftsmanship of the 1996 dime is a reminder of the U.S. Mint's enduring commitment to quality, even as they adapted to modern production techniques. Every detail, from the finely chiseled profile of Roosevelt to the balanced elegance of the torch and branches, speaks to an era where tradition met technology head-on. And yet, the occasional error underscores a fascinating truth, that perfection in mass production is as elusive as it is beautiful. This interplay between consistent design and the rare, unpredictable error variance creates a dynamic collecting environment where even a coin from a relatively recent year can be as historically intriguing as its older counterparts. It's also worth noting that condition plays a crucial role in the coin's overall appeal. A 1996 dime in impeccable, uncirculated condition, with every detail sharp and gleaming, commands a premium over one that has seen years of circulation. This condition-based variation is a common thread throughout coin collecting. It's not just the year or the design, but the coin's journey through time that adds to its story and value. In the end, the 1996 US one dime is much more than a piece of everyday currency. It stands as a bridge between the time-honored traditions of American coinage and the modern advancements that continue to shape its production. Whether you're a seasoned collector with an eye for rare minting errors, or simply someone who cherishes the historical resonance embedded in every coin, the 1996 dime offers a reminder that even the smallest details can reveal extraordinary stories. The script is now complete, with each coin section thoughtfully explored and a conclusion tying everything together. Here's the final wrap-up to bring our journey full circle. As we wrap up our deep dive into these remarkable US one-dime coins, from the rare minting quirks of the 1980 edition through the crisp precision and subtle anomalies of the 1988 and 1975 issues, to the blend of tradition and modern production seen in the 1970 dime, and finally the unexpected twists of the 1996 coin, we're reminded that every piece of currency holds a unique story. Each coin isn't just a fragment of metal. It's a tangible piece of American history, a testament to the artistry and occasional serendipity of minting, and a treasure waiting to be rediscovered by keen collectors like you. Whether these coins sit proudly in your collection or you're on the hunt for that one elusive error variant, remember that the beauty of coin collecting lies in the details, the stories, and the shared passion for preserving history. Thanks for joining me on this numismatic journey. If you've enjoyed these insights, don't forget to subscribe, share your own discoveries, and keep exploring the fascinating world of coin collecting. Happy hunting!